Are you? Let's be having you. Hey everyone, what's going on? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little video for you. Oh shit, I've got the volume up on there. With another video for you to discuss the latest transfer news with Manchester United. We have got some news today which we're going to get into, of course, and all the rest of the latest goings on at the club as well. Do us a favour at the start of this show, folks. Smash that thumbs up button, give it a massive like, share it around on social media, and get yourself involved throughout. It's a fully interactive show, my friends, so we will be dipping in and out the chat. Get in the chat with the legends. William Reedy, I'm Hustle Gaming, Kingslayer, Naz786, Superstar, Mex, and everybody else as well. What a bunch of legends getting in here. Thank you for joining us. The special one. Yes, as I say, do smash that like button. It helps us out no end, and get your thoughts and opinions in as we go along. But it does seem like Manchester United have made an offer for a player finally. Come on, get in there, my son. De Jong, is it? Frankie De Jong, is it? Yeah. Christopher Nkunku, is it? Nkunku, about Timber, is it? Anthony? Oh, no, it's Christian Eriksen on a free transfer, guys. Right. Okay. Well, it seems like Manchester United have submitted an offer to Eriksen. He's a free agent, of course, on the back of a season at Brentford. Does seem like he's decided not to stay at Brentford. He has several offers on the table, it seems. It could be deemed as a little bit underwhelming, this one, folks. Let's be fair. I mean, it's a little bit on the underwhelming side of things, isn't it? Because just simply, well, he's 30. He's a free player, and he had a cardiac arrest not long ago. You know, there are some things that suggest this is a bit of an underwhelming player. But you know what? I actually think if we could get Christian Eriksen, it would be a great signing. I do. Just in regards to the quality of the player, the fact that he is great with set pieces, the fact that he is a great creative player, somebody that can play more advanced up the pitch but create goals, score goals for you as well, and somebody that can come in and potentially challenge the likes of Bruno Fernandes as well for a starting spot, give him a little bit of competition. You know, these are all important things that I think we need to keep these players honest. We've got Juan Mata out the door. We've got, of course, Lingard's gone. So it's important that we did strengthen in those areas and try and get somebody in. So it's not necessarily the case that we're going to get this guy. There are obviously other teams that are interested in bringing him in too, which we'll discuss in a moment. But it's positive. You know, United have made a bid for this guy, it seems, and Man United are probably one of the clubs that he would be most realistic to sign for, in my opinion. Just with where we're at, the sort of role that maybe we can offer him in the team. He will be used quite regularly in this team at United. Okay, we don't have Champions League football. That may be an issue, but it depends who else is in for him, doesn't it, guys? Hey there, Israel Holly, Kingslayer, Stuart Orlison, Enor, Philip Chapman, Chris Parker, everyone, thank you for joining us. And shout out to Chopper, by the way. I don't know if he's in the chat, but the main man, Chop, for becoming a Patreon before the start of the show. Get in there, my son. Let's get some love hearts in there for Chop. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate that. Also, right, okay, so let's just talk about the actual news then. So it's David Ornstein from The Athletic has reported it today, this afternoon, that Man United are understood to have made an offer to Christian Eriksen and are among the clubs interested in signing him. 30-year-old Denmark playmaker, a free agent after Brentford contract ended. Man United's summer priority remains De Jong, but other options too. Hey, Chopper, you legend. Thank you so much, mate. Rosh Mano as well. He says subscribe to the channel. Yes, if you're new, subscribe so you can chat and drop a cheeky little like on it. You know it makes sense. Right, so Christian Eriksen is understood to be, you know, a target for Manchester United. A couple of other clubs as well. Spurs are being touted as well. One or two other clubs, maybe in Italy also, are interested in Christian Eriksen because he is a quality player, guys. He's only 30. In fact, if United could get this guy, it would be like 7 years too late or whatever, because I've always wanted to get this guy in even before he went to Spurs. The moment he went to Spurs, I think it was for 12 mil. I remember thinking we have missed out on a good player there, and he did turn out to be a good player for them. He's got great set-piece abilities and get you a free kick, get you a goal, create for you. Look, we've got Bruno Fernandes, I think, who's going to be the main guy in that sort of position for us. Depends how Ten Hag's going to play, of course, but it does seem like Bruno would be the main guy in that position. But Bruno needs some competition. You don't want to see a Bruno Fernandes like this season who's just sort of, got a starting place in the side regardless because everybody's crap. You know, we do need a lot of depth in the team, and getting a player like Christian Eriksen in would be good. Let's just ask the chat, though. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you would be happy with Man United signing Christian Eriksen on a free. Or smash a 2 on the live chat if you think it's not a good signing for various reasons. And let me know why. Is it down to the fact that, well, maybe we should be having a bit more ambition and going for somebody who's, who's up and coming? I don't know. Maybe a bit more expensive than free. Okay, M says 2, Kingslayer says 1, Philip says 1, Fire says 1, Naz, Liam, JA say 1, Mex and Munzi say no, Chopper says 1, Rajon says 1, I'm Hustling says no. So most of us, I think that it would be a decent signing. There's quite a few people that say no, like Jack McGrath says too old. Is he too old, though? He's only 30. 30, mate. I mean, you're making me feel old now. I'm nearly 35, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, okay, I'm not a professional footballer, but 30's not old, mate, for a footballer. 32, 33 for an attacking midfielder. I guess that's starting to get old, but 30's okay, mate. 30's not too bad, lad. 30's the new 27. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of where he's at with his physicality as his age, I don't think that's a problem. There is a problem and a concern there health-wise, because the fact he did have a cardiac arrest on the pitch, and if that was to happen again, well, it'd be awful, wouldn't it, for various reasons. Obviously, his health and his life is paramount of importance. But of course, when you're talking about getting a player in and an asset in, you don't obviously want to lose that asset if they have to be out for a long time because they're having heart problems or, you know, this sort of stuff. That's a concern. However, I don't think we have to worry too much about that, guys, because he's a free player. He's costing nothing. Yeah, there's going to be a reasonable signing-on fee and decent wages, but this guy's available for basically nothing. For a club like Manchester United, this is not a risk. It's not a risk to go and get Christian Eriksen as a free agent. And also, you see what his track record is over the last few months as well before the season ended. He's doing really well for Brentford. He's playing for them regularly. There's no issues there or health concerns as such. I'm sure he's being ridiculously monitored to make sure that he's absolutely fine all the time. So he's probably, absolutely fine to continue playing on football. That's my personal opinion. So Eriksen is a great player as well. He's been doing it for Brentford in the league. They're desperate to keep hold of him. Doesn't look like he's going to go for him. We've got some quotes from Christian Eriksen as well. So he was speaking to Viaplay, and he said that, or he's speaking to United Report or somewhere. This is from Christian Eriksen. He says, "I have different offers and options which we are considering, and then we make a decision. I would love to play Champions League football again. I know how much fun it is, but it isn't essential for me." So it does seem like, hey, look, he's interested in looking into the options of playing for a different team other than Brentford. You never know. I mean, I suppose it could be the case that he stayed at Brentford if we really enjoyed his time there, if they were able to put a good bid in for him, good offer, contract offer, and tempt him to stay. But let's face it, if you look at what he said there, he wants to play, or he said he would love to play in the Champions League. But he knows how much fun it is, but it isn't essential for him. So that does leave the door open to United. It's not like he's just said, right, I'm only going to a Champions League team here. So, yeah, if Spurs come knocking, we'll listen. But if not, then I'm not interested. That's not the case. He's just said that, well, he'd rather go to a Champions League football team. I'm sure most players would. But it's not essential for him. I mean, it's obviously not essential for him because he's just been playing for Brentford.
Get in there, my son.
Brentford were in the position where they've obviously got this guy to come in after he's had that cardiac arrest issue, which means that they were one of the few clubs, I suppose, prepared to take a risk on getting Christian Eriksen in. They did take that risk and it paid off for them, I think. Now they're in a position, though, where they're going to lose this guy to a bigger club because Christian Eriksen's proved his fitness, and therefore, you know, he should be wanted by other football clubs now. Hey, thank you to Maestro for subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much there, Maestro. Nice one. If you're new, do what Maestro's done and drop that subscribe. And also smash that like on the video if you haven't done so. Let's just ask the live chat one quick question. We've got over 100 legends in here. Let's get a little vote on the go. So if you were Manchester United and you're trying to sign up Christian Eriksen to a deal, bearing in mind the role that he'll have in the squad, I mean, how much do you think he's worth? It doesn't really make a difference to us. It's not our money. But how much do you think he's worth in terms of a weekly wage at Manchester United right now? You know, based on the sort of player that he is and based on, you know, the role he'll have in the squad, because he won't be a first team starter in the squad, I don't think. He's going to be somebody that will give Bruno Fernandes competition and cover and will come in and be rotated and play in a lot of these games. We have got a lot of Europa League games and different competitions that we'll be playing in. So I don't think we can afford to pay him too much money, guys. I mean, if he wants to come and play football for Man United, it's got to be somewhere less than 150,000 a week, in my opinion. It's got to be less than 150,000 a week because he's only going to be a squad rotationary player anyway. Let's have a look at the chat. The special one says 120, Batman says 100, Fire Up says 50k a week. You was a bit, well, Naz says 200,000, crikey. Scott says 150k. Johnny says 120, Paul says 100, Wiggy says 150, Pete says 150, Max says 110, Boyce says 60 to 80k. Amit says 125k. Right, yeah, somewhere around about there, Amit. I reckon you're spot on, mate, to be fair. 125k a week, that's a significant amount of money. It's a little bit more than what, say, the likes of Jesse Shingard were on, but a lot less than what Juan Mata was on, in all fairness. So, okay, as a rotationary player, that's a decent wage to have in the club. If he's prepared to come for that, then, well, we'll find out soon. But that's what I think anyway. If United were to spend, 200k a week on this guy, it doesn't make that much sense because, well, he has got that health concern, but also he's not even necessarily going to be starting in the first team that regularly, I don't think. This is more of a depth signing. This is more of a player to come in and give a step. You know what really pisses me off though, guys? And yeah, this is cool and everything, us getting Christian Eriksen, but if that is potentially what's going to happen, I should say, because all that's happened so far is that we understand that there's been an offer. And of course, Eriksen and the situation there is that, he's got offers on the table. There's various clubs that have made an offer. And of course, he's going to have to assess the interest from different clubs, decide who's going to go for. So this isn't a nailed on thing. But United are understood to have put a bid in for this guy anyway and offered him a contract, which is exciting. However, what pisses me off is that we still haven't been able to get any proper business done for any other players as well. This is like okay, it's a good squad signing, it's a good squad addition. But where's our marquee signing? Where's our Haaland? Where's our Darwin Núñez? I'm not seeing it, guys. It's disgusting. What's going on? We need to sort that bloody midfield out. We need to get Jong in. That's what we need to do, And it doesn't seem like that's progressing too well at this moment in time. I mean, yeah, there's potentially negotiations taking place, but fuck me, it's so slow. Classic Manchester United recruitment. And so Eriksen, yeah, I agree, Rushmano says Eriksen would be good business. But this is Manchester United. Exactly. Eriksen is good business. He's a free. He's not very much risk. He will add depth and quality. But this is like an addition to the other signings that we should be making this summer. Christian Eriksen should be coming on as a cherry on top. And that's it. We've got to bake a whole cake first, you know what I mean? Ten Hag's got to get that great Dutch bake-off on the go. And he's got to break some eggs along the way, and he's got to scramble up those eggs, and he's got to add that flour, and he's got to bake it and set it the temperature just right. It's going to be difficult. He's got a lot of work to do to get that cake nice and fluffy by the end of this summer transfer window. But Eriksen's just a cherry on top. We need to get the actual foundations of this cake on the go. We've got to get a proper defender in, I think. We've also got to get two midfielders in my opinion, to try and sort out that midfield. It's a terrible midfield. Okay, Christian Eriksen is one midfielder, but he's not the sort of midfielder, in my opinion, that would be playing in like a holding two or anything. He's, of course, best suited to playing a little bit further up the pitch, like a Bruno Fernandes type player, in my opinion. So he can play first. He is quite versatile, though, actually. I mean, I suppose he could drop deeper and be one of be more the creative player in the two, but it's not really his position. He's more up there, isn't he? He's more of an advanced CAM type player. So he could play anywhere across that three, I suppose. He could even do the Juan Mata sort of role if you really need, where you just need somebody out wide who can pass the ball in rather than, a pace merchant. But I don't really like that so much. But there you go. Christian Eriksen, though, he's probably going to provide us decent cover. He'll probably provide us a decent option in terms of set pieces, creativity as well. So I'm all for it, guys. I must admit, I'm all for it. But like I say, it's just a cherry on the top of an otherwise very dissatisfying cake at the moment. We have to get a midfielder in De Jong and get that transfer wrapped up just to make a statement for this summer. Like I mentioned, we've got Liverpool signing Darwin. You've got Haaland going to City. Big statement signings right at the start of the window. Again, Manchester United being left behind in this transfer window and lagging around, twiddling the fingers like a bunch of melters. And I've had enough. I'm sure you guys have had enough as well. I want to see some action from this recruitment team now. Okay, yeah, this is good. Like I said, it's a good sign. It's a good addition. But where's the meat? There's the actual meat of this transfer window. We need some proper midfield signings in this team, I think, and a defender as well, absolutely. And get Anthony in. This is what we need to do. So hopefully it means it's the start of a bunch of signings coming. I can see a reality where Man United get a lot of our business wrapped up in June. I can. Because it makes a lot of sense, as we've had so many players leaving the summer on a free, and United are so far behind the top teams. We've got to spend. The Glazers are going to have to do it. They don't want to do it, but it's also important for them to get that Champions League money coming in, etc. So they'll invest in this summer transfer window. They'll back Ten Hag. And it quite likely we'll get a lot of our business done in June, just be so where everybody's ready to go for that summer tour. If we can't do that, it's a disgrace. If we're left around scratching around at the end of the window and we end up getting our fourth choice player, then it's a disgrace. There would be no surprise, because we know how much of a bunch of bottle jobs United are when we come to recruiting players. But anyway, I'm feeling positive about the Christian Eriksen news, but I'm feeling very, very negative about the other players that we're going for. Yes, there's negotiations going on behind the scenes, supposedly for the likes of De Jong and Timber and Anthony and these guys, but there's no actual substance in it yet. United have put an offer in for Eriksen. There's substance. We haven't put a bid or an offer in directly for most of these other players, apart from that low one we put in for De Jong at the start. Just in regards to De Jong and this situation here, so some people are saying maybe this could be an option or a replacement or an alternative, should I say, for De Jong. I mean, that's not really what I see this signing to Christian Eriksen at all. As I say, he's not somebody who's going to play deep in your midfield. He's going to be slightly more advanced. So I don't think it's the same. So I don't think it affects that signing whatsoever, in my opinion. I don't see how this would have any effect on that. Maybe it just increases the pressure a little bit on Barcelona to sell him, I suppose, if we are signing another midfielder. But David Ornstein's latest article has actually been updated, and it does now specify that if Christian Eriksen is... it does not specify if Christian Eriksen is a alternative or an additional player to Frankie de Jong. So it doesn't really specify any of that, but we can make our own assumptions, of course, that he will be an addition, because it doesn't make sense for him to be a direct replacement or an alternative to Frankie de Jong, because he's not the same sort of player. So so there you go. David Ornstein has given us the news, but still details remain to be seen. Hey, Big Bear, what's going on, bro? I hope you're doing well, lad. Get in there. He says, Bissouma for 30 million to Spurs. Oh, dude, I was going to talk about that in a bit, but you know what? As soon as you mention it, let's have a look at it, mate. It's a disgrace and a nonsense. Why haven't Man United gone in for this guy, in all fairness, though? I agree, like, we have got, I mean, okay, if we're going to really go for, like, the likes of De Jong and then maybe Neves, and those are our targets, and we end up with them, brilliant. But 26 million euros, this guy. I mean, he's a bargain. What's going on here? So Fabrizio Romano has an update here from earlier. Tottenham are set to complete their third signing agreement in place. Tottenham doing business, Arsenal doing business, Liverpool doing business, City doing business, Villa's doing business. Everyone's doing business apart from pigging Man United, guys. It's a pigging disgrace. It really is. But anyway, £26 million euro fee with final details and add-ons and things like that. They're offering Bissouma a 5-year deal. New midfielder is coming for Conte. So, yeah, and they've done all sorts of other business as well. They're continuing to do business. It seems that they're having a statement season already with their summer transfer window, trying to, make a go of it, try and kick on with Conte. United have been left behind already, folks. It's clear to see we're having a nightmare. But just in regards to Yves Bissouma, okay, I think there's some off-the-field stuff which is maybe shrouding him as well. We have to tread very carefully with players that we're bringing in, right? But I think that Yves Bissouma would have been a good addition to our team, definitely as a defensive midfielder, a midfield destroyer, somebody who can pass it around as well. Much better than the options we've got in our team. And he would be a better player than all of the midfielders we've currently got, I think. So, yeah, it's a loss in the sense that if he goes to Spurs, we could have had this guy for not very much money. But if we ended up with a better midfielder like De Jong or Neves and these guys, or both of these guys, I think we'll be quite happy. But let's just ask the chat. Who would have liked to have seen Manchester United? Who would have liked to have seen Yves Bissouma at Manchester United? Smash a 1 in the chat if you would have done, if you think United should have tried to get this guy, or smash a 2 if you don't think he's right or good enough for United. Nice one, Big Bear. He agrees. Gets it there. So I hope you're all doing good, though, by the way, Big Bear lad, and enjoying the sunshine. It's a beautiful day. It's a really beautiful day today. Too hot in this room right now. Vutinator, how are you doing? Yes, you legend. He says, Arnold, you were talking about age, but not stock. Age is just a number, and 30 is not too old in the modern game. So Eriksen fits the bill. I'm with you, dude. 30's not old. 30's not over the hill in terms of the Premier League. Okay, so lots of ones coming in the live chat. Matt's, Mount, Scott. Batman doesn't want him. Whoops doesn't want him. R Kings doesn't want him. Superstar says he has serious legal issues pending still. Yeah, fair enough, Big Bet. Innocent until proven guilty. I've got you. I totally understand that. But we have to tread super carefully when it comes to players, right? Think about the Mason Greenwood situation. We've got that situation still going on at this football club. Do we really need to get embroiled with another player who might have off-the-field issues? I don't think we do. So I can understand us maybe giving a swerve of Yves Bissouma, to be fair, but only if we actually go and do double business in the window and go and get 2 midfielders. So I would personally go and get De Jong and Ruben Neves. That makes a lot of sense. It's going to eat up most of your transfer budget, but that's where most of the glaring problems in Man United's team is. If you had those 2 guys in there, you would have a lot of control and you would have a lot of creation and a lot of quality and a lot of ability on the ball, which is important in a Ten Hag side, which I think is going to be a technical passing sort of, really creative team, hopefully. So I think it would definitely do us well to have some proper ballers in the middle of the park there. Nice one. Hey, Rush Mono, thank you very much, buddy. Says, smash a like for the pig. Thank you very much there, Rush Mono. Nice one. We got 172 watching, 72 likes. We could do better than that. Smash that thumbs up button, guys. Give it a cheeky little like. It's free. That's all we ask. Drop a like on it. And also subscribe if new. And also drop a thumbs up so we can help us compete with the clickbait merchants and the corporation channels as well. Thank you very, very much for that. Hey, we got a highlighted member comment here from the main man, Chopper. Chopper, thank you very much for being a huge member of this channel, mate. Look at that. Pork Platoon here. Mr. Chopper, mate, my friends. Guys, please, everyone, can we get a hashtag 4 months in the chat there for Chopper? Really appreciate you being a member of this channel, mate, and supporting this show. He says, love being here. We love having you here, Chopper, lad. Even though you're a Scouser, mate. You know what I mean? Probably one of the most positive Scousers we've come across. Anyway, thank you so much, Chopper. Appreciate that, man. What a guy. What a guy. All right, let's cover the rest of the news here then, folks. So we've got, that Yves Bissouma news that he could be potentially going to Spurs is a bit of a blow. I don't like that, to be fair, that other teams are strengthening so quickly. It just goes to show, though, there is really no excuse for Man United to be doing what we're doing right now. Like, we actually should be the most ambitious team in this transfer window and have shown that ambition the earliest, in my humble opinion, just because of what the club is, the support that the club has, the finances that the club should have available, and the fact that we're so far away from those top clubs and we need to get back there. So for those reasons, we should have gone out there already in this summer and made a statement and had a couple of these players in. The problem is, it just seems we actually really have trouble negotiating these deals with these football clubs. That's what it is. I don't know if they see us coming a mile away and just go, you know what, it's Man United, add an extra 10 million premium on for every single deal, and that just sets us off on a bad note. Maybe that's the case, because look at this transfer, right? So you've got that's reported that Yves Bissouma deal is 26 million euros. I mean, that's 20 million quid, guys, just over, right? 20 million quid. That's peanuts. Man United would never get a deal done like that. You know what I mean? They'd have bent us for at least 35 on that one, even if we were going to go and get the player. So I just think that Man United, negotiation-wise, struggle all the time, and that's what slows down a lot of these deals, because clubs see us coming a mile off. They think they can get more money, and so therefore we have to sort of play this longer negotiation game in order to not get bent over. But we always get bent over anyway in the end. But as I was saying yesterday, it's like you see these other clubs having ambition and spending big money on players. Sometimes you do have to spend an extra bit of money at the start of the window just to get your guy in and stave off the interest from any other clubs that might come sniffing around and swooping in for him, but also to just get the guy in so you can begin work. That's very important. You don't want to have to get players in while the season's already started, or when United are out on tour and they join up later and all this sort of malarkeys. You want to get everybody ready to go for that pre-season tour so Ten Hag can begin work and he's got a solid, understanding of who's going to be in his team and who's going to play what and how's everyone going to progress, etc. He needs that. So he definitely needs to be helped by getting these players in. Let's just ask the live chat very quickly. You know what United are like. Let's ask the live chat. So there's 16 days left of this month, right? And in my opinion, this is the month we should sign all of our players, because, like I said, if not, then we may well have to leave for that tour where the first game is July 12th in Bangkok against Liverpool without players signed. That might be the case, right? So let me just ask you, how many players do you think Manchester United will actually sign? 100% signed, sealed, delivered to the football club, ready to go for pre-season before the tour gets going on the 12th of July. What do you think? How many players do we actually bring in during that time? Let us know. Nathan Phelps says 0. Nice one. 2 says Nas. Ghost says 2. Batman thinks 3. Tampa says 2. 2 says Red Devils Gaming. Not sure Ten Hag works like that, says Sam Sucker. 1 says Madhouse. 2 says Ika Ichsani. 1 says R Kings. 0 in June Pig says Hippie Goal. Right, yeah, okay, interesting. I think you're probably onto something there. Not very many in June, because there's only 2 weeks or so left of June. But maybe all of our business will be pushed through in that first week of July. Yeah, yeah. Chopper says Bangkok 2 players. United forgot. I know we've got no players. I mean, we might have to recruit. As I was saying, we might have to go down the old. Never mind. John O'Denton, get in there. Okay, right. So you never know how many players we're going to get before the tour. I would like to think we're going to get at least 3 before we set off for the tour, guys. Otherwise, it's going to be pathetic. You're going to see a lot of players coming in afterwards and all higgledy-piggledy coming in here, there, and everywhere. And that's if we even get them. So, look, I still think, because it only makes logical sense, that United will smash out these deals in the next couple of weeks. It just makes logical sense. If you don't do that, then you're foolish. You're really foolish. If you go away on the season tour without having a settled, ready squad, then you're just foolish. You need to know who's going to be there, I think, before you can depart. So we got to get these guys in the next few weeks. Big time, guys. Okay, nice one. So that's it's hot news, guys. It's hot news. There are other clubs. I'm sure you want to know who's interested in him. So this is the situation. So he's decided to leave Brentford, it seems. The expiration of his contract this summer, of course, according to a report that has come out. And there's offers on the table. We got some direct quotes, which I'll just pop on the screen here, from Christian Eriksen as well, which he says, I have different offers and options, which we're considering. And then we make a decision. I would love to play Champions League football again. I know how much fun it is, but it isn't essential for me. So he's not ruled out teams like Manchester United who don't have Champions League football, which is interesting. But his situation is, he obviously signed for Brentford in Jan. He agreed a short-term deal to the end of this summer. Just they were testing out the health situation, of course. In the end, I bet they wish they signed him up for a bit longer and gave him an 18-month contract, because they wouldn't have this situation where they're going to lose him now. But he put in a series of very impressive performances for Thomas Frank's team, and they, of course, easily avoided relegation in the end. So he definitely did a good job towards the end of the season. They're very eager to extend his stay, it's understood. Despite him, being released from the club, of course. He's testing his options and looking at other... So he was released by the club on Saturday, I think, and he's obviously testing his options in order to figure out where his best deal could be had. And I think in terms of wages, maybe, his best deal probably could be had at Manchester United. I think we probably would offer him a reasonable amount for the player that he is and the sort of squad role that he'll have. Whereas I don't see too many other clubs going in and paying more than what we would. So you never know, but there are clubs that are interested in him. So we understand that Tottenham are also an interested club. They're linked quite obviously because he previously used to play for Tottenham. He's a really good player for them. So, he is linked there, and he's got some, history playing in Italy recently as well. And Manchester United is the other big link. But there are some clubs as well that are being reported as having an interest, but we don't necessarily know the names of them, but 1 or 2 in Italy perhaps. So it does seem like Eriksen's very much in demand. So hopefully with Tottenham signing several players, such as, Bissouma, and getting deals done and getting deals agreed, hopefully it means that the likeliness of them wanting to go for Christian Eriksen as well is diminished. I think we definitely should get this guy in as a cherry on top of a cake that needs to be baked. And that'll be very, very sweet. It's not a signing that's going to be, a replacement or an alternative to anyone like De Jong or Neves or anything like that. He's somebody that's going to come in and be a replacement, essentially, for Matic. That's really what he is. So as long as he's prepared to come to Manchester United with that role in mind, then I think we can have a deal that's done here. He will play a fair few games, but he's not going to play as many as he would at Brentford, say. So it depends on what he wants to do, and it depends who offers him a deal. If he's got an offer on the table from a Champions League club and he's going to play regularly, I'm sure he'd rather go there. If he's got an offer on the table from us and he's not going to play as regularly, it's a great offer to play for a huge club like United for big money. But you might want to go and play for a lesser club who are going to give him regular game time, and he's going to be more of a starter player for them, like a Brentford. So it depends what Christian Eriksen wants, but it seems like he's decided against Brentford because he's not agreed to do a new deal with them yet. Doesn't mean he won't. Doesn't mean that they won't actually be able to sign him back, especially if there's no other better offers or he does want to get proper game time. Hey, get in there, my son. Come on, baby. We did it. Break out the red panties. We got 100 likes on the stream, everyone. Thank you to all the likers on the stream who support the show. Appreciate you. Oh, get in there, my son. We've got... Oh, Finley, mate. How have you been, man? I haven't seen you for ages either. What a legend. Finley McCrossin. Mate, how you doing, lad? He says, I'm back. Great to see you back, Finley McCrossin. Guys, can we get to a hashtag welcome backs and a hashtag 15 months in the chat for Finley? He's been a member of this channel for 15 months. We haven't seen him for a little bit, but I hope you're good, Finley, mate. What a lad. What a lad. Our legend in the Welsh Valleys, mutt. Hey, Chopper's got in here with a super chat. Chopper says, thank you so much, Chopper. He says, I'm a Scouser, but being serious, cannot believe anybody who owns Man United would hold them back so much. It's pathetic. I'm being serious. Sir Alex needs to spray the Glazers publicly. Disgraceful Glazers. Great shout there, Chopper, mate. I agree. I'd love it if he did. If he just went in the office and was like, hey, we tube, gets the old boot off, mate, kicks the boot at him like a la David Beckham's eyebrow incident, you know, and gets them out the club, mate. I agree. No, it would be a big statement, wouldn't it? But it's not going to go down too well when he's on the board and he's slagging off the owners to the football club. I'm just going to say, I mean, to be fair to Fergie, right? Fergie was, in my opinion, shackled by the Glazers, but he never used that as an excuse ever. And when he was there, he didn't need to use it as an excuse because he still was able to do his job and get the team to perform and win, even with the shithouse Glazers there, right? So, and when he was there, he never criticised them. He's never criticised them really. So I don't think he would, but I think somebody like that, when Gary Neville did it, that had a lot of weight to it, didn't it? You remember when Gary Neville did it on Sky Sports when they had that European Super League bid, and the Glazers were sort of one of the key people instrumental in that. And of course, Gary Neville just slagged them off and said they've ruined this club, they ruined English football, they don't care, they're just in it for money, and said all this sort of stuff on Sky Sports, and it carries a lot of weight. So you're right, when somebody in that position says it, people take note. But I agree, I can't believe it either, mate. It's such a bad run club. I know all these other teams are doing business and having the ambition to go in there and do business already in this summer window. And we're the club that needs to strengthen the most with how far we off away of you scummers say. And we can't even do it already in this window. Sad, isn't it? Okay, so Christian Eriksen has some different options and stuff, guys. It's likely, though, in my opinion, that if Man United was a serious offer on the table from him, he would be quite keen on joining us. Unless Spurs go in for him and give him a similar sort of offer and give him a similar sort of role in the team, which I personally don't think they would. But let's say they did. I think maybe, he could probably go back to Spurs, couldn't he? Because he's got that history and relationship there. And also they are in the Champions League, and Man United are not in the Champions League next season. So I think it's important that we try and convince him to come to us, because we need some depth. He's a quality player. Hippie Goat, what's going on, says Eriksen would no doubt be a useful addition to the squad. It's not exactly a progressive signing. How is a 30-year-old with a heart condition part of the building for the future? Good shout, but yeah, you're right, absolutely. But this isn't, like I said, this is meant to be seen as an extra addition. You know, it's an extra addition. It's extra squad depth. This isn't your De Jong signing or your Neves signing or your Timber or your Anthony, these young progressive players that are going to get better. This is an experienced depth signing just to replace the likes of Lingard and Matic have gone out. So let's not dress this up as anything that it's not really. I don't think this is an alternative to De Jong or anything silly like that. He's more of an advanced player up the pitch. He's 30. He's got health conditions, like you say, and he will just be playing a squad role, I think. And if Man United are able to get a deal agreed with him, he'll play sporadically, he'll play here and there, he'll challenge the likes of Bruno Fernandes for competition with places, he'll come on 20 minutes end of games, he'll play in those Europa League fixtures against fucking FC Midtjylland and all these random teams and stuff. He will do that for us, hopefully. So I don't think he's not a key. This isn't an alternative signing to one of the key signings here that we're trying to make. This is just an addition, and it makes sense to act fast. It makes sense to try and put an offer on the table and get this guy in on a free transfer. So I think it would be good. Now, let's ask the chat. Do you think signing Christian Eriksen would be a good signing for Manchester United? Yes or no? In fact, let me get a poll on. Let me get a poll on the go in the chat and just see what you legends got to say. So do have a little vote. The poll's going to pop up in a moment. I'm just going to ask you, would you like Eriksen on a free? Simple as that. Would you like Manchester United to sign Christian Eriksen on a free transfer? Yes or no? Do get a little vote on the go. Let's see what sort of percentage the live chat says. Hey, Fat Chinese Gaming, how are you doing, boss? Hope you're doing good. And Sin Games as well. Great to see you guys. What a bunch of legends. Deborah Taylor says Eriksen's going to Spurs. I mean, it's quite possible. Like I just said, I mean, they've got that history there. They've got Champions League football, but do they want him as much as we want him? That's a serious question. Like, if there's offers on the table from both the teams, and they're for similar roles in the team, and they're for similar amounts of money, I do believe he would go to Spurs. Yeah, because he's got that history of relationship there, and they're actually. They've got the Champions League football now, and Conte's there at the moment. It's more of an exciting time than it has been for a little while. So I think, yeah, he probably would go back to Spurs, but it doesn't mean that he will go to Spurs. United could easily easily convince this guy to come with an extra cheeky 20 grand a week more or whatever. You know, these things do make a difference as well. A little bit of an extra signing on bonus, you know. Not saying that's the right thing to do, but look, if we can add quality players and stop them from going to other teams, that's the sort of thing you have to do sometimes. And he maybe would be given a bit more of a role. Yeah, hey, tactician Tom, my brother from the same mother. He says he's a top player. He is a top player. That's it. He's always been a proven top player in the Premier League since the day he signed for Spurs for 12 mil. He's always been a creative player. He's always been impressive with his passing, his free kicks and his set pieces in general. So it's definitely would be a good addition to us. How could it be a bad addition? You've lost one good technical creative player in Juan Mata, and you've lost Jesse Lingard as well. Meow. And you've acquired somebody who's, you know, similar in that sense to Mata as well. Maybe get some goals, create chances as well. You know, is an intelligent footballer, a technical player. That's what United need more of. Yeah, okay, Scott McTominay and Fred and these runners, these headless chickens, they're okay, but they're not going to be people who are going to, you know, actually have that technical ability that we should be striving towards. They're not the same position, by the way. I'm just saying that we need some more players who are technically gifted, who are creative, who have that vision, who have the ability to unlock defences. If you look at how Ten Hag's probably going to play at Manchester United, if you look at how Ajax played, he's going to want players who are very good passers, who can create, who can keep hold of the ball. So people like Fred and McTominay, they're pretty much out, in my opinion, because, well, they're backups, in my opinion, because they can't keep hold of the bloody ball. They give it away. They're so erratic. Whereas people like Eriksen, people like, you know, De Jong, Ruben Neves, if he was to come maybe, these guys have all got great abilities on the ball. So that's what Ten Hag's looking to assemble, I think. I think he's looking to assemble a technical team of ballers as opposed to a bunch of bloody runners and, you know, and gash merchants. But they've got to have the work rate and the work ethic as well. You know, his teams like to press. He's looking for a certain type of player. Eriksen is quality, says Batman Knight fan. Sing Game says Eriksen would be great as a backup. It don't impress me much. I agree. It's like Shania Twain, is it? It don't impress me that much either. Totally with you. I mean, it's a good addition as depth in the squad, yeah, but we need to do some real business. This is not an alternative to those other players. Nice one, guys. Lots of legends getting your thoughts and opinions in. Keep commenting, guys. Sorry if I missed any of you. Let me just shout out everyone who's in here. Batman Knight fan, Deborah Taylor, Greg L, Irfan Kadili, Rashi, Daniel, Madhouse, Amit Kumar, Naz786. And we've got a highlighted member comment here from Greg L as well, who's been a member for a year and a half. Get in there, my son. A shout out to Greg, man. Can we get some hashtag 18 months in the live chat for this guy? Mate, thank you very much, bro. He says, surely been a member for longer than 13 months. Craig L, you are, mate. It's hashtag 18 months. I don't know why it's got an error on. YouTube's got a bug on there where it says your channel membership is less than it actually is. Yeah, 13 months. You're spot on, mate. You have been, 18 months. You have been a member of this channel. Hashtag 18 months for the main man, Greg L. Really appreciate that, boss. Nice one. Okay, so we've got a few more things to get into, folks. Plenty of stuff to talk about. So, as I said, David Ornstein's article was updated. He didn't specify if Eriksen's an alternative or an addition to Frankie de Jong, but in my opinion, he's obviously an addition. He's not somebody who's going to replace us going for de Jong. We're obviously going to still try and get de Jong in. Okay, we've got an update from Rushmore. Let's have a look at this. Nice one. Okay, yep. So more reports just confirming that Manchester United have made an offer for Christian Eriksen, which is absolutely fantastic. So hopefully he does choose us. I mean, he's going to have various offers on the table. Spurs is a realistic option as well. Let's ask the chat on regards to that one then. So where do you think Christian Eriksen's going to end up? Spurs, Man United, or somewhere else? Where do you think, guys? Spurs and United seem like the two clubs that have put in bids potentially that have that interest. He does have that link with Spurs, and they do have Champions League football. But do they want him as much as we want him? That's the question. That's the question. But where do you think he's going to end up? Spurs, Man United, or anywhere else? What do you think? Spurs, says Ghost98. Spurs, says JW92. Oh. Fat Chinese Gamer says, any news on Frankie de Jong? Okay, so Frankie de Jong it's more or less the same, but I mean, Man United are supposedly going to go back with another bid. We had an offer knocked back about 3 or 4 days ago, whenever it was, or a week ago, which was 60 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons. United are still negotiating for this guy, and we're looking to, of course, bring in that proper playmaker, that controller of that midfield. He's going to be the guy for Ten Hag, hopefully. But there's still problematic, issues that can happen with that one. Barcelona are looking for too much money. There is a belief coming out of Barcelona that maybe they would start to bend a little bit on their fee that they're looking for. So they've reported to have wanted about 100 million euros for the guy, which is just ridiculous, which we're not going to pay. We've gone in for 70 million euros. So there's somewhere in the middle we will meet them. And then it could fall down on whether or not this guy actually wants to come to Manchester United or not. But it does seem like if he's being pushed out of Barca, a great destination for him would be Ten Hag's United. So I'm quietly confident we could get a deal done for him, but you just never know. You just never know, because we know what United are like, and we know what Barca are like. If Barca are asking for too much money there, and we just don't want to spend 100 mil to get this guy in, and we might think, oh, well, actually, we can just go and spend 60 or 70 max or 60 million euros on the likes of Ruben Neves instead. Maybe they'll prefer to do that, and then they can strengthen other areas of the team with the extra 50 million or 40 million that they'd be saving. But I still think De Jong should be the number one target for Man United. I still think he's the guy that will come in and play really well and control midfield for Ten Hag in his new system. But I think we have to be realistic. We have to not pay too much for this guy. If we can't get a deal done in the next few days, in the next week, then we just have to dead it off and go on to our next target, really. Because otherwise we're going to miss out on other targets. Look at this Bissouma deal. Spurs are getting a deal done for Bissouma at Brighton, a player, good midfielder that's linked with Man United for a while. He's going to be going there. Well, Ruben Neves is wanted by a few different teams. There's links with the likes of Arsene Hollands. There's links with even Barca as a potential replacement for Jong, if they could include a couple of players and part exchange them to Wolves to make their deal a lot cheaper and save money economically. You know, there's teams that are interested in Ruben Neves. So unless we get the deal done for De Jong very soon, we could miss out on some of these other players who might end up going elsewhere. We've seen it happen already a few times in this transfer window. So United have to act. We've got to try and get this transfer deal negotiated with Barca. But where we're at the moment, I'd love to say there's more advancements. There isn't that much more. There's just some reports I've seen today, that Barcelona are prepared to accept a bit less than what they were initially asking for De Jong in this window now. But who really knows? I mean, Manchester United have essentially, this is what's reported by Rob Dawson from ESPN this afternoon as well at 2:26. He said that Manchester United have told FC Barcelona that they are not willing to pay a large fee for Frankie de Jong. So if we've gone in for an initial offer of 60 million euros plus 10 million euros, and they've said, rejected, we want 100 million, that's it. Well, that's too much. So we've had to say to them, well, we're not paying that. And then we're going to have a negotiation. So it's slow, mate. It's slow. It's just pure classic Man United negotiation, slow progress. Hopefully a deal can be agreed. If it is, we'll have ourselves a good player. And we should probably pay no more than about 70 million pounds for him, in my opinion. You know, maybe 75 tops with add-ons and things like that. 75 tops. Guys, how much do you think Manchester United should pay for Frankie de Jong in pounds? What do you think? How much do you think Man United should pay for Frankie de Jong in pounds? We like to play this game on here. I think 70 million quid. That's the magic number to me. Ideally a little bit less, of course, ideally a little bit less. But it seems like they want a little bit more than what we're prepared to offer. It seems like, you know, if we want to get the deal done, we are going to have to go up a little bit. So I think 70 million quid is spot on. Fat Chinese Gamer says 70 million pounds plus Phil Jones. Oh my goodness me. We'd have to increase the offer then. It would have to be 85 million pounds of Phil Jones. The Gaming Jew, what's going on, my man? Get in there. Legend has entered the chat. By the way, shout out to the Gaming Jew real quick. He's a Man United fan. He's a YouTuber, and he's nearly at 2,000 subscribers. In fact, I think he's only about 20 away. And he's a funny guy. He's a top lad. Just want to give him a shout out. Go and check out the Gaming Jew on YouTube for gaming content. And see if you can go and subscribe and get him to 2K, folks. You know it makes sense. Nice one, Gaming Jew. Rushminer says 65 mil. Nathan Phelps says 70. Robin says 60. Naz says 70. Sing Game says 60. 70 says Vooty and Amit. Right, okay. Definitely not Captain Material, says JW92. I'm good, thank you, Gaming Jew. All good over here, mate. All good over here. Gaming Jew, if you're just getting in, mate, the news is Man United have reportedly submitted a bid for Christian Eriksen, my friend. What's your thoughts on him? He's a good technical player, isn't he? He's just a backup, though. He's just an additional player to the squad. Doesn't stop our pursuit of the likes of Frankie de Jong this summer, in my opinion. We've got to focus on that and get that deal done. It's actually pathetic, though. All these other teams, Spurs are getting 3 players agreed already. Aston Villa have got a couple agreed. Liverpool have signed a player for 100 million. City have signed fucking that Ghostbusters 2 painting fucking guy from Dortmund, Erling Haaland. They've got him wrapped up as well. You know, Vigo from Ghostbusters 2's son. They've got him in, and that's done. And we are still fanning around here. It sickens me. It sickens me to my core. But what can you do? You just got to hope that Man United can do some business soon, and that in this month is an important month. We get all these players in because we're off on that tour. July 12th is our first game, folks. Hey, we got another super chat here from Chopper. Hey there, Merchant. How are you doing? Super chat from Chopper. Thank you, boss. He says, please tell me Slabby is being moved on. If he is there next season, expect the same defence. Well said, Chop. Well said. I mean, yeah. I mean, surely from your point of view, you'd like Slabby to stay. You know what I mean? Surely from your point of view as a Liverpool fan, you'd like him to stay because he's atrocious, isn't he? I'm with you, mate. I mean, I don't know if he'll be moved on because it's kind of like going around. It's kind of like, you know, you got your packed lunch at school when you're a kid. And you know, when you swap things at the school table, it's kind of like you're offering, you know, around your table, hey, can I have your cheese sandwich, mate? Can I maybe have your ham sandwich, pal? You're not going to eat that. You're not going to eat that, bud. Well, can I swap this with you? What have you got to swap? It's a shit sandwich, pal. Would you like my shit sandwich? And you can have, and I'll have your ham sandwich. No, that's okay, mate. It's kind of like trying to sell a shit sandwich at school, guys. Nobody's going to want to give up. You know, nobody's going to want it, guys, basically. That's what I'm saying. He's not a good player. So I don't think that many people are going to come in for a decent offer for Slabby Maguire. United won't lose that much face of paying £80 million for a player and selling him for peanuts. We'd have to demand at least 30 or 40 million for him. And he is an international player, and maybe somebody would pay that. Some mad crazy person out there might pay that, but I don't see it being likely. But 100% I agree with you. Hashtag Maguire out, Slabby out. He's not fit for this club. I think he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. This is it. I'm not saying he's awful. He's in the England setup, for Pete's sake. You can't be in the England setup if you're a crap, can you? Or maybe you can actually. There has been some shit players who play for England. Let's face it. Carlton Palmer, anyone? You know what I mean? There has been some shit players who play for England, right? But he has played a lot of times. He has played a lot of times for England, okay? And he's like the first choice centre back, it seems, alongside John Stones for Gareth Southgate. Pizza Hut paper bag Ed loves a bit of Harry Maguire in his life. So for those reasons, he's got value. He's a homegrown player. He's in his prime. He's not going to be cheap for those reasons. So is somebody prepared to pay 40 mil for Harry Maguire? Probably not, mate. Probably not. And if they did, he's on big money, big wages at Manchester United. Wages which maybe you cannot justify for a big human tombstone slab. You can't really justify those sorts of wages for the guy, I think. So because of that, he's almost priced out of the market. He's another Phil Jones. Phil Jones, we just locked up to a long-term contract a couple of years back. You know, we could have tried to get rid of him. We could have let him go on a free. We signed him up to a big contract. And he's just been sat there doing piss all. I can see a similar future for Harry Maguire, to be fair. Look, maybe Ten Hag will give him opportunities. But what he needs to do is have a bit of backbone and come in and say, hey, I'm going to assign my own captain. The previous captain was handed to Slabby Maguire by somebody else. I want to have somebody else leading the team. So Slabby, sorry, mate, you're not the captain. That's the first order of business. Second order of business is just trying to see if we can get rid of the guy. Simple as that. Offer him around to clubs. Hey, would you like to sign him maybe Newcastle United for 35 million? Okay, no, fair enough. Okay, what about you, Leicester? You sold him to us for 80. We're prepared to offer you back to you for 30 million quid. That's not bad, is it? What do you reckon, Brendan Rodgers? He's a beautiful, beautiful man, but I'm going to have to say no. I don't know. I think they'd even... Who's going to want him? That's my opinion. Who's going to want him, guys? Okay, let's just play this game, though, for a second, because it is fun. In a crazy reality, let's say Harry Maguire is sold this summer. Where do you think he could go? Where do you think Harry Maguire would go? Where would he be most wanted? Oh, we got another super chat from Chopper, my son. Thank you so much. Another one. Dudes, can we all please get a Cristiano Ronaldo super chat in the live chat there, please, for Chopper? Thank you so much. He says, cheeky donation to United, retain Slabby Fund. Oh, man. That's what's going to happen, dude. They aren't going to retain him, I think. I can't see him going anywhere. Well said, Chris Barker, says Philip Chapman. Let's see what Chris Barker said. Hey there, by the way, Neil Driscoll, how you doing? Chris Barker says, being an ex-centre-back, if the people around you are gash, you look gash, says Chris Barker. Okay, but who are you referring to here? Are you referring to Harry Maguire? Or are you referring to the players that are playing alongside Harry Maguire who are being made to look gash by Harry Maguire? People like Varane. Because I don't think it holds much water, because I've watched Harry Maguire play this season and I've seen him make so many individual errors on the ball, right? This isn't to do with his teammates. This isn't to do with anybody else. This is to do with him shitting the bed in key incidents from an individual point of view, 100%. So, you know, I don't know about that. I mean, if you're talking about Varane, yes, I feel like Varane's probably been made to look a lot worse by having to play alongside a human slabinator like slapping Maguire. Whereas I think, you know, Harry's the one who's causing us the issues, in all fairness. Yeah, Slab isn't good enough for the MLS, says Merchant. But guys, we've got over 200 legends watching. Please smash that like button. Let's see if we can get 200 likes on the stream. Takes a second to drop the like. Please do smash it up. Let me give you a cheeky little update on the poll. So everyone's had a vote. We've got 150 votes on the poll. 150 votes on the poll, but only 136 likes on the stream. You what? But anyway, so so over 150 votes on this poll. I can see that 84% of the live chat would like Christian Eriksen on a free transfer at Man United. So it seems a very positive number, that, guys. It's very rare that when we sign in a new player, 84% is that keen on it. So I think it's just the fact he's a free, isn't it? And we need players. So everyone's just buzzing to get a good technical player in because we need somebody, and he's just a good addition. So yeah, there's no drawbacks to signing a player like Eriksen on a free, in my opinion. Super chat. Pyongyang Rovers, says Madhouse. See how he does under the new regime. Fair point, Philip. Right, okay, good point. So Ten Hag's going to come in. He's going to be giving opportunities to players, I think. Even players like Martial and Rashford, who were so bad over the last year or so. He will be giving opportunities to them and trying to bring them back. Maybe he'll do the same for Harry Maguire. My reservation with Harry Maguire is, I look at how Ten Hag's Ajax have played, and they go about it, and they like to play a higher up line a lot of the time as well. They're also an attacking team. When you're an attacking team, you get up the pitch often, and you know your players are on the halfway line, your centre backs are on the halfway line. And if there's a breaking opportunity for the opposition and they counter, and you've got somebody with the pace of a disabled snail on the halfway line trying to get back, well, he might leave a silver streak along the pitch, but he's not going to get there in time, my friends. I don't think more often than not. You can't deny he's slow as all sin. And when you're going to be hopefully playing a bit higher up, that's hopefully what I'm going to hope to see. Because Ollie's teams, and you know, this season it's been very much a deep counter-attacking setup gashness. We want to see a little bit higher up setup and attacking football, right? If that's going to be the case, then Harry Maguire is going to be shit because he's not got pace, and it's just his vulnerabilities are going to be a little bit exposed. I think sitting on the halfway line, balls coming over the top, balls coming in behind, and he's going to have to get back and make those challenges. And we know he can't run, guys. We know he can't run. Sandeep Barras, thank you so much for the 179 super chat, you legend. Get in there, my son. He says, big up the pig. Mate, thank you so much, Sandeep Barras, for that. Getting those green and gold emojis in there. I love that avatar you got, mate. Hashtag Glazers out. Let's get some hashtag Glazers out in there and some green and gold for Sandeep. Thank you, Sandeep Barras, my friend. Nice one. The Game Juice says, Rashford spent too much time getting free school meals for kids. That ain't his, instead of earning his own lunch money. Hey, it's funny, isn't it? It does seem like, I don't know if it's a coincidence, but when he started getting all political and started, you know, let's face it, what he was doing is a noble thing. He's campaigning to get, you know, impoverished children fed. Let's not pretend like it's not a great thing that he's doing. But the coincidence of it is, if that's what you want to call it as well, is that since he started doing all that, his football's gone to shite. Now, has he got other interests? Is his head elsewhere? Does he want to be Marcus Rashford, the activist, or does he want to be Marcus Rashford, the footballer? Can he do both? I don't know. It just seems like since all that started happening, his focus on Manchester United has diminished, and his effort levels have almost diminished. I've not got that much issues with somebody being in a bad bit of form if they're trying. But he's been in bad form, and he looks like sometimes he's not even asked. That's what really pisses me off about Rashford this season. It's not necessarily the bad performances, which are awful. It's just the fact that he's sauntering around, not jogging, not chasing down those balls, you know, not going in for those 50-50s, not going in for those 70-30s. If you're really hungry, you chase down all those balls, you chase down all those half chances. Doesn't seem to do that for us anymore. So I think, yeah, he needs a big kick up the arse by Ten Hag. Thank you for the Glazers out in there. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the Glazers outs. Talk about McTominay, the worst player I've ever seen in Man United shirts, says 1-2 skip a few. Worst ever? Really? Okay. Well, fair enough. No, he's pretty bad, though. He's pretty bad, I must admit. I think you're right, mate. I give him like a seriously low rating as a Man United midfielder over the years. Yeah, he's a 2 out of 10, mate. If you're talking about the greats that have played for us, Keane being a 10, Scholes being a 10, Fletcher being a 9, Carrick being a 9, you know, and you go down the scale like that. he's a fucking 2. I agree with you, mate. Scott McTominay is awful. So I think we should look to move the guy on. If we could go and sign Neves and De Jong in this transfer window and sell McTominay, what a bit of business that would be. I think our midfield would look so much better. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think that sounds tasty. Okay, we also have a latest report here, guys. I forgot to say about this as well. So we have a report as well from, I think it's maybe the Newcastle, the Northern Echo, actually. But they're reporting that Newcastle United have held preliminary talks with Christian Eriksen's representatives as well. But they accept that at this stage, Manchester United and Tottenham are much likelier destinations for Eriksen. So this is what's reported by Scott Wilson, just from the Northern Echo. Look, it's that very, very insanely awesome publication. I'm just kidding, but no, look. It makes sense that they would have some interest and maybe have a cheeky go at him. But it does seem like Spurs and United are the 2 realistic places that he would most likely go. Right, okay, I've just got a couple of other little things to get into in regards to United news, folks, and then we will get back into the chat for a bit and see what you legends are saying about Eriksen or any other topics. But just to run down everything very quickly, actually, before we do that. So, Ornstein has reported that Man United have made an offer for Christian Eriksen as a free agent. Exciting, but also other teams like Spurs in for him. Quotes from Eriksen saying, "I have different offers and options, which we are considering, and then we make a decision. I would love to play Champions League football again, which Man United don't have. But he says, I know how much fun it is, but it isn't essential for me. So, hopefully we'll still be a deal to be done here. Also, it's not thought that he's going to be an alternative to De Jong. Obviously not. That would be silly because he's not the same sort of player. Also, Bissouma is looking likely to join Spurs for a reported fee of 26 million euros from Brighton. A very, very good signing for Spurs as well. And a player that's been linked to us previously. They're doing business. Other teams are doing business. We're not doing business. It's a shit show. And that's, also I wanted to mention this as well, guys. This is obviously, we showed this a while ago, but just in case you haven't seen it, here's more confirmation, more shots of the new kit for Manchester United this season. I don't like it, guys. Do you like it? Yes or no? I don't like it, guys. I think it's a bag of shit. The Team Viewer, for a start, is one of the worst sponsors ever, so that automatically lowers it a bit, but it's on this one too, so what can you say? But the actual collar is a bag of shit, mate. I don't know. What's with those triangles on the collar, mate? That's fucking awful. I don't like that. I know it's a homage to back in the day, right? It's a homage to an older kit. But even so, I fucking don't like it, mate. Kingslayer says no. Looks cheap, says Superstar. You like it, says ZX Flames. I mean, it's got a retro vibe about it. It's definitely got a retro vibe. But I don't like it. ZX Flames says I like it. No, says Nas. It's jank, says Lambretta Daz. Looks like a fake one. It's Gash, says Kingslayer. Better than Chevrolet, says Vexo. Yeah, fair enough, Vexo Wase. Is it, though? Actually, I disagree. Even though Chevrolet was a subpar car brand, I mean, at least it wasn't promoting a company which is basically used by scammers around the world to steal people's fucking bank details, mate. I mean, I'm just saying, allegedly. Looks like a school uniform from Coronation Street, says the Cayman Jew. The collar is woeful, says Nosy Bonk. I don't know, actually, Andrew Garcia. Probably not, actually, man. You like it better if the sponsor was Phil Jones. The sponsor can make a kit, can't it? You think of the most iconic kits in the history of the Premier League. Well, Sharp. That's my favourite one. Sharp. That was fucking awesome. Sharp. That fit Manchester United time because we were sharp. You know what I mean? Or, you have to say some of the iconic ones and some of the other teams like Carlsberg on the Liverpool shirt, it's not going to get any better than that for them. You know what I mean? Whereas we've got a shitty Team Viewer. That's wank. That's fucking awful, guys. I don't like that. I hope we get a new sponsor soon, guys, like a decent one. Like Tesla. Fucking Tesla across the front. Or Ferrari or something. Pirelli. There you go, Durex. You know what I'm saying? All right, anyway. Okay, so, yeah, East Bissouma could be completed soon. They're looking to bring in, essentially their third sign-in as well. Let's also just report on this, which is that it's understood that Barcelona would be quite happy to lower their asking price in order to get a deal done because United have essentially said we're not paying the crazy money that you want for him. So there's still negotiations taking place. Also, we have a couple of reports that come out that suggest that Real Madrid are in talks for Jude Bellingham and they're estimated a fee around about 90 million euros. I hope it's not true. I mean, I don't understand how they can do that because they've got so many midfield players there, but they are being linked to Jude Bellingham at the moment. Hey, look, it's just speculative, but it's another option and another target for Man United that we will miss out on if a team goes in for him this summer because we don't have Champions League football. We're not in the place where we can challenge for trophies right now, it seems. So we can't convince the best young players, it seems at the moment, to come to us. So people like Jude Bellingham, if he's got offers on the table from Real or other clubs that do have Champions League football, he's likely to go to them, isn't he? Okay, we've got an update as well on regards to just come in. Thank you very much, Roshmano, for the update here. Fabrizio Romano has just tweeted. Let's just give you let's just give you the update very quickly here, folks. Give me 1 second. Okay, so as we can see here, guys, we have an update from Fabrizio Romano. Just a minute ago, he's tweeted, guys, and it says, still no changes on the Frankie de Jong deal. So it's basically what we've reported as well. You know, Barca won't accept anything less than 85 million euros guaranteed. Man United still in direct talks with Barca. Verbal bid of 60 million plus 10 add-ons turned down last week. Frankie's calm. No indication to anyone in his future. He's waiting. So new updates just come in, folks, in regards to the situation. It's basically, as we said, there really is not much progress going on. Of course, we are expected to go in for another offer, which is going to be closer to sort of what they want, but still reasonably close to what we've offered initially, because we want to get a deal done for as little as possible. So there's going to be negotiations that are going on. Thank you so much, Roshmano, for that, bro. Chopper. Hey, Paul Clayton, how the devil are you, mate? Love the name. 10 Args Reds. Get in there, Paul Clayton. How you been, bud? Chopper. Thank you for another super chat. It says, Chopper to United. Glazers, pay up, you Nevilles. Neville bloody Bartos. Neville bloody Bartos, mate. Chopper, you're a legend, mate. Neville bloody Bartos. Liam H, thank you for your super chat as well, pal. He says, team viewer used by scammers to hack computers. Exactly, mate. I've seen it. You watch like those YouTube channels like Kit Boger or whatever, like those scammer channels where they try and stifle and sort of hunt down scammers. They're always using that team viewer shit, guys. They're always using it. I know. That's it. That's what they do. They take over your screen. They try and steal your personal details. Mate, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, it's not a good sponsor, is it? I agree. I mean, look, it's not the most ethical of sponsors. Smeg Fringe. Fire Up says Smeg Fridge's shirt sponsorship deal. Now, that's the one, mate. Harry Maguire would sell those things like hotcakes. Just get him next to a Smeg Fridge, hugging it. And, you know, a match made in heaven. Slabby Maguire the fridge with the Smeg Fridge. A match made in heaven. Slabby's big face smiling with that dopey look. You know, it would sell like hotcakes, mate, I'm telling you. Yeah, that's right, King Slayer. The Gaming Juice says, TeamViewer, when Rajesh from tech support helps remove a virus from your Windows computer, the money from your bank card. I mean, it does seem like it's used by a lot of scammers, doesn't it? Llewellyn Morris says, why not do 70 million plus 10 million add-ons? Man, I'm a student and I can do a better bloody offer than the board says. Yeah, precisely, exactly, Llewellyn Morris. You don't want to be insulting either. Like, you have to come back with a little bit of an improved offer. Let's face it now. We have, like you just said, 70 and 10, 80 million euros. Spot on. We've offered 70. A good offer to come back with is 10 million more. They can't really quibble at that. Even if they do want a little bit more than that, it's like it's a good second offer. It's also an offer they might just accept. So I'm with you on that one. Even 60 up front, 20 down the line. You know, there's got to be something that can be done. Scammers pretending they work for Amazon to SpaceX relation. He's waiting. I think he's interested in joining, to be honest, the ZX Flames. He's waiting. Exactly. I think so too, because you know the other day when the journalist asked him after the Netherlands game, he was literally asked the question, what's the news? What's the situation with you potentially leaving Catalonia to go to Manchester? What is the news on that? And he said, he literally laughed like a little schoolboy. And he said, I can't talk about it. Right? That's, if he didn't want to go, if he wanted to just quell the, you know, just dead off that sort of rumors and speculation, he would have just simply said, I'm going to stay at Barca. I don't really want to play for Man United. They're a great club, but they don't have Champions League football. And I want Champions League football, and I love Barca. And I'm staying. He didn't say that. He was offered the opportunity to say and distance himself from Man United, and he didn't. He laughed like a schoolboy, and he said, I can't talk about it. So to me, that indicates that if he's pushed out the door at Barca, maybe he doesn't want to leave. But if he's pushed out the door, he would be quite willing to go to United. That's what it indicates to me. So good shout. Piguire says 0 degrees. Another super chat here from Chop. Get in there, mate. Neville bloody Bartos. He says, here no decent transfer. No transfer. Robbo. What? What does that mean? No dissent or decent. No decent transfer. No transfer. I don't know what that means. It's probably, Robbo, right? I got you. It's some Aussie shit. I got you. Some Aussie shit, is it? Nice one. Good man. Henry, what's going on, Henry, mate? He says, hate all the talking transfers. Just get it done. I quite agree, Henry. I know we're pathetic at it. ZX Flame says, tomorrow, United bid 61 million plus 11 million add-ons. Wouldn't surprise me with our awful board. Hey, G-Wolf United Gaming, what's going on, mate? Oh! He says, Frankie de Jong is coming with Eriksen. Let's go. I hope you're right, bud. I like everyone's positivity today anyway. Man United could smash 100 million on Eriksen if need be, says Keshav. Right, guys. So I'm going to get into the Q&A now. It's Q&A time for a few minutes. We're going to stick around for, 5-10 minutes here, see what you guys are saying. But that's all the news and a rundown of it. Basically, Christian Eriksen to United looks like it could be a go. It's also reported that Spurs are pretty much keen on bringing him in as well, and they're the other team that's most likely to challenge us for his signature. So let's hear your thoughts. Let's get in the live chat. Once again, drop that like button if you haven't done it. It's free. And also subscribe to the channel. You know how many likes we got, guys? 173. Get in there, my son. Cooking away now. We're almost at 200. Let's go. Thank you, everyone, for hitting that thumbs up. Also, yeah, get in the live chat now. Let me hear your thoughts on the matter. In fact, I'll just end the poll now so we can see the live chat a bit better on the screen. But 248 legends have voted. 84% of the chat are happy or would be happy with signing Christian Eriksen on a free transfer. So let's just end that poll there so it's not taking up all of the chat. It's clear that everybody in the United fan base, it seems, would be quite happy with the addition of Eriksen as a backup option. Yeah, definitely. G says that midfield duo of them two would be great, have a great season. Maybe. I mean, I don't know if he would really be the player that's playing in the midfield duo, to be fair. Depends on the formation we're playing, but I see him more as coming in to play a role that sort of Juan Mata played for us, that sort of role for us, rather so than coming in to be in that midfield too. I think he's going to be slightly advanced up the pitch, maybe challenging Bruno Fernandes for his starting spot and giving him a bit of depth and rotation and cover, but who knows? Oh, thank you very much, Gaming Jew. I appreciate that. Talk MU says, afternoon, Pink. Eriksen, yay or nay? It's a yay for me, bro. Me too, Talk MU, bro. It's a big yay from me. He's free, isn't he? And he's a good player. He's a quality player. So it's a definite yes for me as well. Arctic says, Eriksen giving hope by saying Champions League is not important for him. That is so, yeah, definitely. That's it. And that's also an indicator that maybe he is certainly considering Man United as well there. Don't be surprised if our board offers 50 million to Brentford for a free player. Oh, Luan Morris. Well, he's already left them, hasn't he? I think he left them on Saturday, technically. So he's a free agent right now. But yeah, we'll probably give him a 50 million signing on bonus, mate. Henry says, why wouldn't you want him on a free? Exactly. Liam H, thank you, Liam, for the super chat, my son. He says, My Little Pony should sponsor us. And Avram, mate, thank you, Liam H. Get in there, my son. Bit of My Little Pony action. Nice one. Yeah, okay. Why is that? Because what about Disney? Because we're fucking Mickey Mouse at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Why don't we get fucking Walt Disney to sponsor us, guys? Bang it across the shirt. Picture of fucking Goofy on all the club merch. You know what I'm saying? That's where I feel we're at the moment. We're a bit of a cartoon-esque team, guys. We got to get ourselves sorted. It's just because of these shitty owners, folks. Hashtag Glazers out. That's all I care about, is getting these twats out, mainly. Chopper, thank you for another 5 Aussie dollar super chat, mate. He says, Australia make the World Cup, top 32 in the world. A Glazers 5-knuckle shuffle. Oh, man. Get in there, Chopper, my son. Let's go. Thank you, Rushmano says, top show pick. Thank you so much. Like Durex for all. Exactly, Keshav. Bucks fan says, positives, Cavani, Pogba, Lingard, out. Ten Hag in. Negatives, Glazers. Gaming Alpha, what's good? Hope we pay more, says Rajat Valencia. Try new challenge and going back to Tottenham. Yeah, good shout, Rajat. That's it. Hopefully he doesn't go. We might have to pay him a little bit more than Tottenham to convince him to come, I suppose. Hopefully he doesn't go to Tottenham and hopefully he comes to us. Merchant says United and Arsenal are sleeping in the window. Well, Arsenal wrapped up that 19-year-old Marquinhos signing yesterday. That's more than we've done. I mean, they are sleeping a bit, but it's more than we've done. Yeah, that's exactly right, Superstar. I forgot to talk about that. Thank you for bringing it up. So, yes, it has been confirmed. We knew that was going to happen, that Matic has joined Roma. Jose loves Matic. Definitely, mate. Thank you, Superstar. Absolutely spot on. That's been confirmed today. We discussed it yesterday. In fact, we've been talking about that for months. I've always said that he'll probably join up with Jose, just because they got that special relationship there, don't they? Oh, that's a good one as well. Gaming Juice says, get sponsorship from the Muppets and then have Beaker/Mick McCarthy in as coach. Mick McCarthy. And Ruthless Sausage, we should be sponsored by Tampax, says we are gash, says Ruthless Sausage. You miss Vodafone or Sharp as sponsors. Right, what's everyone's favourite Man United sponsor over the years, guys? Mine would be Sharp. It's easy, Sharp. That's the best one. But we have had some other good ones, obviously Vodafone, and before this Chevrolet. And then we also had, in between Vodafone, we had what was it, mate? Oh, AIG. Yeah, AIG, that insurance company. That was a bit of a shit one. But even that one seems awesome compared to the shitty TeamViewer one, you know what I mean? Oh, Aon as well, yeah. Aon's another one. That was kind of cool, actually. I didn't mind the Aon, mate. The Aon was all right. Much better than the TeamViewer shite. Sharp all day, says Henry. Yeah, Sharp, says Sean Collins. Aon at AIG, says Rajat. Sharp, easy, says Chris. England watching on. Do you know what, Nas786? I'm not too sure if I can tonight, bud. It's basically I just got my mate come around after he's finished work to help me do some DIY stuff that I've got to get sorted out before my brothers come. I'm doing loads of DIY to try and get my garage sorted out into a studio temporarily while my brother and his family stay and stuff. And he's coming very soon, and we've got to do everything and get it all sorted out. So, because otherwise, because I stream until 3 a.m. a lot of the time, right? So, I don't want to keep him and his whole family up at night, and I still want to be able to stream. So I'm basically converting the garage into a makeshift gas studio for the time being. I've almost finished it all now, guys, but there's just a few little things need doing, and I'm sort of taking advantage of my mate coming around, who's quite handy tonight as well. Shout out to my mate Jay, who's come around to help me, to help me do it. So that's basically what's going on. So I probably can't do an England watch along tonight, mate. But if there is big, United news tonight, I'll jump on at 10 o'clock and give you the rundown of the evening's news. I'm definitely going to do an evening show. In fact, probably around about 10. I'm going to maybe I might have to disappoint some of you as well and not do FIFA tonight. It's a possibility, but I also may well still do it. So yeah. Chopper, thank you so much, very much for your another $2 super chat. He says, "How do you unclog a waging machine?" Well, firstly, I would Google what the fuck a waging machine is. I don't really know what a waging machine is, pal. Anybody know? Oh dear. Safina, what's going on there, Safina? Eamon Barrett says, I always like the sharp view cam. Oh yeah, that was a banger as well. Yeah, this little sharp and the view cam underneath it, like your style. Guys, I can't believe I've been live for an hour and 11 minutes. Crikey, I'm gonna pretty much wrap this puppy up in a couple of minutes. Get your final thoughts in. I'll read a couple more comments out. Get your final thoughts in. Also, drop a like, because we're only 10 likes away from 200 likes, guys. 10 likes away. So please do smash that like button. Get us to 200 likes. And also, if you're new to this channel, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe. If it's the first time you're here, we're on here every day giving you the latest United news in a no bullshit way, covering the latest content. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Click that bell icon like your name was Quasimodo. Esmeralda the bells! So you get notified when we post, and that way you won't miss a thing. No FIFA tonight, possibly, Lord Reptile. I'm not 100%, mate. Pyramid says, no FIFA. Those are the kind of moves that got Babe put on the farmer's table pig. Look, it's possible, mate. It's possible. I don't know yet. G with United Gaming, take it all apart, clean it, and put the bots back together, says G with United. Thank you, Gaming Juices. Give that like a cheeky slap, lads. Thank you so much to Gaming Jew. What a top man. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you, OP Dragon. Thank you, G-Wolf United Gaming. By the way, shout out G-Wolf. Make sure you go subscribe to G-Wolf as well. Help get him to 500 subs. This guy's a gaming streamer. He's a top lad in this community as well. One of my trusted mods. Much love to G-Wolf. Arctic United says, Ten Hag think what the fuck this club is doing. He might be regretting it already. Yeah, because we know he wanted Darwin Núñez and he's missed out on him already. But then again, he was probably resigned to the fact, or sort of, had to admit that they were wanting a bit too much money for him, and Liverpool probably overpaid in the end. Love you too, Rajat Valencia. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Rosh Monster. Subscribe to the channel. Stephen Carr, I'm so sorry, mate. I don't know how it happens, I'll tell you how it happens, actually, Stephen. I'll tell you. If you're a moderator, you're less likely to get your comment read out. That's not because I'm doing that on purpose. It's because they're blue, and I sometimes, in my mind, when I'm looking at the comments, think, oh, that's somebody else. That's one of the other mods. And I don't read them properly for some reason when they're blue. So you have to forgive me, mate. Stephen Carr, I'm so sorry. He says, when Pig hasn't read any of your comments, sad face. Stephen, man, let's get some love hearts in there for Stephen Carr. I'm so sorry, bud. I can't believe I've done that. Winford Trutwine as well. I haven't read any of yours, bro. Sorry, man. Numero uno, OP Dragon, Keshav Chandang Singh as well. Batman Night Fan, Arctic United. Liam H with a super chat says, Caniston as a sponsor. Rotten Gash. Oh, no. Can we get a price check on Fagiclean? We need a price check on Fagiclean. Oh, dearie me, Liam H. We got somebody over here with a little too much extra cheese on the taco. Thank you very much, Liam H, for your super chat, bud. Mahesh, it is worrying. All talk, no action. Couldn't agree more. Welsh Red, sell the lot, get the kits in. Can't be worse. Fair point, Welsh Red. I think hopefully we could see a balance of that this season. Dancing with the Devil says good free signing back up to Bruno. Nice one, nice one. Yeah, exactly. Bruno needs some competition as well, doesn't he? Winford Tripwine, thank you so much. Nice one, Gaming Dew, for subbing to G-Wolf. Get in there, my son. Go and sub to the Gaming Dew as well, guys. He's nearly at 2K. He's a top lad as well. Man United fan. Malps says Erik Ten Hag will resign. Rushmano, thank you, Rushy, for all the updates, bro. I really appreciate that. Chopper, thank you so much for your $2 Aussie dollar super chat, mate. I really appreciate that, bro. He says, become a member and a patron. Love it. Thank you, Chopper. By the way, shout out to Chopper, who did become a member of this channel on Patreon as well. Patreon, I should say. Patron. Over on Patreon before this stream started. So, much love, Chopper. Thank you for the mad support, mate. That's very kind of you. And thank you for being a member over here as well. Right, I'm going to have to wrap it up, folks, but shout out to everybody. Sorry if I missed any of your comments. Vuti, you're a legend, my son. Rajat, Lord Reptile as well. Shall we tell Stephen Carr about the secret Discord? There's no secret Discord. Rajat Valacia, Kingslayer, Rajon, Dutch Christ, Lewin Morris as well. He says, big up the 200 people who liked the video. Yes, we did get 200 likes. Come on. Get in. That's fucking awesome. Baby, we did it. Break out the red panties. Would love to see Nunes bottle it, says Keshav. He's got Lukaku's first touch. Hope you're right. Gaming Juices, the sponsor could be Weatherspoons because half of our defence looked like they just stumbled out of spoons on a Friday night. So true. And Slabby likes to, he would fit that Weatherspoons vibe quite well. Maybe have a punch up the police on the way just outside. Anyway, thanks Naz786 for watching the update. Thank you, Darren Nags, as well. Dancing with the Devil, Dabo, Naz, Jonathan Gallagher, much love to you, bro. Glazers out. Greg McDonald, thank you for watching from Jamaica, my son. Bucks fan, thank you, Kingslayer. This is a great show. Thank you, Kingslayer. Thank you, Arctic, Stephen Carr, Pyramid Scheme. Yeah, thank you very much, Pyramid Scheme. Rushy, Yuwa, Liam, Chopper, Sean Eason, and everyone else. That's the end of the show. That's the latest news. Man United looking like maybe we could sign Christian Eriksen on a free transfer. We have put in an offer. There is an offer on the table, as we know. David Ornstein from The Athletic reporting that we've put in an offer. Spurs are also understood to have an offer in there. Some other clubs also reportedly interested. But hopefully United can prevail and sign this guy up on a free transfer. It would be a good addition. It's just a cherry on top of a cake that still needs to be baked. But it would be a good cherry. So hopefully we can get him in. Nice one, Wiggy. Thank you, Wiggy. Sean, Chopper, Superstar, Chris Barker, Dooms, The Gaming Jew, Russell Stubley, Stephen Carr, Safina, Dabo, Jonathan, Rushy, all the moderators, and everybody else. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the show. That's it from me. Come back when it's finished and get your thoughts and opinions about anything we've discussed in the live chat about, De Jong's situation or, of course, Christian Eriksen. Come back. Let us know your thoughts. The debate doesn't have to stop there. Follow us on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. And also check out the website, unitedflyinghigh.com. for your latest United news. That's it for the show, guys. Have a great day. Thank you all for watching. And come on, United, sort your bloody lives out, you bunch of dawdling meltons. Other teams doing business. It's time for us to stop putting our plonker and put our bloody finger somewhere else other than in the bloody pie. See you in a bit, guys. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. That's the end of the show. Take it easy. Oh, when we've hit 58,000 subscribers, baby, let's go. Come on. Let's get a cheeky little 58,000 in the live chat, guys. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. I'm out of here. you.